In this video, you'll be challenged to find and identify birds on the feeders, just as you did in an earlier video of birds on the ground. You'll need to pause the video and look around 360 degrees to find them. Pay attention to the size and shape, color pattern, and behavior of the birds. And use the bird identification sheet linked below to help you identify them. How did you do in identifying the birds? Were you able to use the size and shape and color pattern to help you find the matching bird on the identification sheet? In a previous video, we talked about how the similar bill shapes of the dark-eyed juncos, song sparrows, and spotted towhees, all in the family of New World sparrows, could help you determine that they are closely related. The ancestors of that family evolved large, thick beaks to better crush hard-shelled seeds, a major food source of theirs. And as you can see, the birds in this video all have thin, pointed bills. So does that mean that they are closely related? Well, surprisingly, these four birds are actually very distantly related to one another. Why do you think that might be? Well, let's talk about how different species of birds come about. In 1835, Charles Darwin took a trip to the Galapagos Islands, which led to his famous theory of evolution. Darwin studied these very different-looking finches, 4 of which are shown here, and discovered they all originally came from a single type of finch. Now, over time, some of these seed-eating finches started eating different foods, like insects, flowers, cactus, even the blood of seabirds. And the beaks of some of those finches evolved, making them more efficient in finding and eating their specialized diets. So even though they are closely related, they ended up with different beak shapes. Now, this is an example of a process called divergent evolution, where a common ancestor splits into two or more different species. There's also an opposite process in nature called convergent evolution, in which animals of different species independently evolve similar traits. So the thin, pointed beaks of the birds in this video are perfect for catching and eating insects, which is the main food in their diet. As the ancestors of these distantly related families started eating similar foods, their beak shapes evolved to be similarly shaped. So as you look at birds, keep in mind that while similarities in beak size and shape might be a clue as to how closely related they are, it could also just mean that the foods they eat are similar. We'll talk more about this in a future video. As you continue to identify new birds near you, be sure to check out websites such as the Cornell Lab of Ornithology or the National Audubon Society to find out more about what the bird eats, where they live, and other interesting information. Stay tuned for our next video where we will look at a very special bird. Happy bird watching!